We're live. We did it. Hey, everybody. Good afternoon, Alaska time. Let me know if you can hear me because y'all know we've been having drama every time we try to do a live stream. Hi, guys. Wow, there's a lot of comments on here already. Lexi's on here. She actually woke up for me this time. Hi, Lexi. Awesome. Can you guys hear me? Okay, good. Yes, good and clear. Yay. It's a Starlink. So it works really good at this cabin. I'm so happy. Hi, everybody. Wow, we got people from all over the place. And I saw a comment from somebody in Scotland, and I read your comment in my best Scottish voice that you said you had a spot of tea and a biscuit.
Chocolate biscuit.
A chocolate biscuit. And she was going to stay up late and watch us. It's definitely not Scottish, but I did my best. Mm-hmm. Hi, guys. Joe Levesque. Miss Myrna. Hello. It's so good to see you guys. We don't have a purpose for this live stream. We don't have any big news.
Yes, we did.
What?
We're gonna tell them that we're moving.
That we're moving again?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we weren't going to tell him that yet. Mm. He's joking. We're not moving again. We are not moving again. We just wanted to hang out with you guys. It's the Starlink works great, and I'm super excited because we used to do a live stream with you guys once a month when we lived in Virginia. We called it the Homestead Hangout, and then we moved to Alaska, and we didn't have good internet for like the last 2 years until we got Starlink. So we're excited to hopefully get to do more live streams with you guys, but it's just a beautiful day here in Alaska. And we thought it would be fun to hang out with you guys and just answer questions, chit chat over coffee. Super sunny today. What was it? 15 when we woke up this morning? 15 degrees this morning. Pretty chilly. Oh, good. I'm so glad you guys can hear us because I do not have my podcast microphone hooked up because I think there's something wrong with it. I think that's been part of the problem with the last couple live streams when you guys couldn't hear me. So Joe and I are working on a different microphone for the podcast.
I need to go get my gun.
Get your gun for what?
Yeah. See.
Joe, where's your gun?
Oh, my God.
Gum.
I don't have my glasses.
He doesn't have his glasses. He's doing like this. I'm like, you can't do that during the whole live stream. Joe wears glasses. We're getting older.
I can't chew gum with coffee. So.
Oh yeah, we're drinking coffee. So thank you. We love our new house too, you guys. It's just, it's been a whirlwind the last couple months. Everything got flipped like upside down out of nowhere. This is not something we expected. And we're happy. We're super happy. We love this house, but it definitely threw us for a loop the last couple months, just packing, moving, unpacking, building a new sheep pasture on a moment's notice and all the things right before the snow came. Thanks, Cindy. Thank you. I did my hair today. I actually straightened it. I never straighten my hair anymore because it's, I know a lot of women say that as they get older, their hair starts to thin. And I feel like I have the opposite issue. My hair is super duper thick and it's just a lot to deal with. Miss Phyllis, thank you for that super chat. She says hi from, I'm going to bust myself out as a homeschool mom. Is that Michigan?
Maybe.
Am I? Is that Michigan? Thanksgiving in Alaska with my daughter. Yay! That's so exciting. That's awesome. Thank you for that super chat. That is so cool. You get to come to Alaska for Thanksgiving. We love you. So funny in your own serious way. I think she's talking to you, Joe. He is a gentleman. Is it Killian? He's 9 years old. Hi, Killian. I might be messing your name up, and if I am, it's not on purpose. She asked us to give a shout out to her grandson. Joe's cut looks good. Thanks. He got himself a little fade going on. Yeah. Our next vlog coming out, we took you guys with us. Joe got a haircut. Finally. He desperately needed a haircut. Yeah, like he could literally do a mohawk, and that was the longest I'd ever seen his hair in 25 years. Hi, Sylvia. from Italy. Hi, guys. So good to see you. Parker is upstairs watching a movie. He'll probably meander down here in a little bit and say hi. I can't help all the Trump comments. Yes, we are very excited. I'm not ashamed to say that. We're very happy. Miss Teresa, of course I'm gonna give you a shout out. I love you. How are you? Montana, Florida, everybody's up in here. Are you guys ready for the holidays? You can see we're getting there. It's November. It's mid-November, babe. Like Christmas is over way too fast. So I like to put my tree up like as soon as November hits. I'm like, oh, holidays are here. Time for the tree to go up. It makes me happy, you know. The little decor, the little snowman, and the wreath on the door. It just puts me in a jolly mood. Don't you want me in a jolly mood, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, it's a win-win for everybody. Yeah, we're on the roadkill list for a moose. We've been on that for quite a while, actually. We never got the call yet. Yeah, we've been on it since we moved here. Hi, Lisa. Hanson Heritage Homestead. Woo woo. Hi, Austin. Hi, guys. Thanks for joining us. How's your weather down there in the Kenai? Oh, how come it's... Lexi, don't text me because I muted my phone, but it's coming over on my laptop. No, I'm just kidding. You text me. She texts me to say, I said hi in the live. Hi, Lexi. Tina, thank you for being bold and unapologetic in your faith, homeschooling, and for Trump. Thank you, Dawn. It's the only way I know how to be, guys. And I am never going to change. We're never going to change. It's just who we are. Hi, Martha. Yeah, you finally caught us live. We're here. I'm excited. It's a new chapter is going to unfold for America, and I do believe it'll impact a lot of other countries in a good way as well, and I'm very happy about that. California in the house.
Oh, hi from Willow.
Oh, somebody's in Willow. Hello, Willow.
Touch of Alaska.
Oh, Touch of Alaska, yeah. Kellen. Oh, Kellen. Kellen's great. I just talked to him, was it yesterday? Day before? Kellen is doing really good. He said he's doing good in school. His favorite subject is math, and he was telling me all about what he's learning and about his best friend that he's made and his favorite teacher, and he's doing good. We're trying to work with his family to see if we can schedule a visit, maybe like Christmas break, or maybe like next summer or something. So we'll have to see what happens. But
I think he wants to come in the winter.
I think Kellen wants to come in the winter because he likes to snow machine. So he wants to come in the winter for sure. And you guys know we have that huge clearing that they can ride snow machines in now here at the cabin.
Where we were doing the donuts.
Joe was doing the donuts on the last video.
They were talking about it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so Kellen's like, I want to come in the wintertime. So we're gonna see what we can do. It's tough because he can't fly alone because of his age. And there's airlines that allow children, unaccompanied minors, to fly alone, but there's a lot of there's rules with it. And because going from Virginia to Alaska, it's not just a one-leg flight. It's not just a straight shot. There's actually 3 different legs of that flight. He would go from Virginia to somewhere in the middle of the country, from the middle of the country to Washington State. And then the final flight is from Washington State to Alaska. So it's 3 legs of the trip. And so he's not allowed to fly by himself. So he's got to be accompanied. And, if someone from his family is willing to kind of meet us, Joe said he's willing to go down and meet them and pick up Kellen. And we're going to work out all the details, but he's doing really good.
Arizona.
Oh, Cindy, we miss Kellen too. When we get on the phone with him, it's like we haven't missed a beat. Like Joe's teasing him and all the things. Like he's always going to just be a part of the family. And yeah, he just had a birthday. So he's 9 years old. He just turned 9 the end of October. We sent him a birthday box, and yeah, but he's doing good. Cheryl says, your hair does thin out the older you get. When I turned 60, I started losing my hair and I've lost 3/4 of it. Oh, goodness. You know, I feel like I'm noticing something like in here, like because I do a lot of buns. You guys know that because I can't stand it in my face. And so I feel like I'm giving myself like a receding hairline because I do buns all the time. Hey, Scott. Thank you. Yeah, if you guys could hit the like button, that would be awesome. Office?
Yeah, it'd be office.
That'd be office. It just help, bring some more people into the chat. Share the love.
See my receipt.
Yeah, but that's like, I don't know. That's sexy. If that's receding, Joe, I like it.
Getting a little bald spot up here.
Just a little bit. Yeah. Do you think it's from wearing like your military hats all those years, like rubbing on the back of your head? No, you're just going bald?
I didn't wear them like that.
But your dad's not bald. Your dad has a lot of hair. He's always been like that. So maybe you'll be like that too.
I always wore my hats like this so you wouldn't touch the back,
We don't. Joey from the block. What? That takes me back to Arizona. Oh my gosh. Janet, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. She says for the holidays, for the family. Thanks, Janet. We really appreciate that. That was very kind of you. Have you decided what you're going to do with the outbuilding room yet? You mean the guest cabin? No, not really.
Storage.
Right now it's storage. We haven't decided yet. There's so many things we could do with it, but
maybe a little gym.
We just haven't had time yet. It's been a lot the last couple months. Carrie, thank you for the super chat. She says, love the tree. A present should arrive soon. I wouldn't expect anything less from you, Carrie. Thank you. Is it the next video? Yeah, our next video, you'll see Parker. He's snowboarding on the snowboard that you got him last year. Yeah. And we still have the other one. So when Kellen comes to visit, they can snowboard together again. Someone says baldness comes from the mother's side of the family.
Yeah, my mom had thin hair.
Yeah, she did have thin hair. Hi, Carol. Happy November. What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? I'm so excited. I'm excited to have a big kitchen table for Thanksgiving. Like, you remember at the other cabin, we had to put the leaves out, and whoever was sitting by the wood stove, it was pretty miserable for them because they were super warm.
Did you sell your cabin yet?
We are currently negotiating a contract for the other cabin as we speak. It was the first showing and they put in an offer. So we're literally in the middle of negotiating those terms right now. So say a prayer for us, guys, fingers crossed, because it's been interesting. It was kind of like in Alaska, you can put your home on the market in the winter, but knowing that this is the downtime. Like, usually homes do better when they're put on in the spring, obviously, and in the summer. But we're not like, we have to sell it. So we're like, let's just put it on the market. Like, there's people looking in the wintertime too, and we'll see what happens. Hi, Len. Thank you for that super chat. She says Tuesday, or actually early Wednesday around 1:30. They called Pennsylvania. I saw that. I stood up and yelled. It scared my dogs. I've gotten so many funny messages from people with like their reactions to Trump winning the election. I'm grateful that right now things are peaceful, and I hope they continue to stay that way. Because despite what some people think of us Trumpers, we don't like violence. We just want peace. Peace amongst everybody. But what was I talking about before that? We were talking about the cabin. Oh, yeah. So we decided to go ahead and put it on the market. And then we ran into the issue of it's wintertime, so there's not as much sun. So the batteries aren't being charged like they would be in the summer. So Joe was like having to go over there and start the generator to charge them, because if we have showings, we want them to be able to turn the lights on and all the things. And so we kind of got to the point where like, maybe we should just winterize it so we don't have to deal with driving all the way there, charging the batteries for showings. And then we had the first showing and they decided to make an offer. So now we're kind of in that, we're like, all right, well, we're going to hold out on winterizing it, because obviously if they want to do inspections and things, we're going to need it to be de-winterized to do that. Account name Happy. I like that. Thank you for the super chat. They say you're my favorite channel. Looking forward to Thanksgiving and Christmas videos. Thank you. I'm excited. We just put up our tree this week. So we shared that with you guys in an upcoming video. See,
Times.
Oh, Joe says times. He's hearting all the super chats. Just so you guys know that we got them. I think I was so sad on our last live stream. We had somebody that gave us a super chat towards the very end, and I didn't see it because the comments come through so quick. And I don't want to miss any. I don't want to miss anybody anyway, but it's really hard with all the comments. And we're both half blind. So it's like trying to see the little writing is kind of hard. Love you guys. I'm one of the Hispanic males that voted for Trump and proud of it. Okay, Gabriel. That's right. Nothing to be ashamed of. I'm blown away by the numbers. I'm blown away by the people that came out in droves to, I know you all felt it too. Like they're saying it was a red wave. It was a red tsunami. I think that people are just sick and tired of being sick and tired. Like we're just going to let common sense reign for a little bit, because for almost 4 years, craziness has been erupting, not just in America, but all over the world because we've had such weak leadership. And I'm just excited. I'm excited to have common sense back. I know, Scott. Yeah, we talked about switching the chat to slow mode. And Joe and I had a debate about it last night because Joe's like, well, I don't want to miss anybody. I want to make sure to let them all in. But I'm like, but they come in so fast. It's hard to.
Well, so if we don't see it, then just keep writing it and then maybe we'll see it.
Yeah. Joe's like, if we miss a comment, it's not intentional. We promise. And you know me, I'm chatty Kathy. So I get one question and I go on a tangent for a minute and a half and I miss like 60 more comments. Prayer does work. Yeah. I fell asleep praying like the last week before the election. I mean, I pray every night before bed anyway, but yeah. Hi, Lucas. Robert, there you go. Hi, Lucas. He asked us to give a shout out. Hope you guys are well. Slow-mo just won't allow people to message so much. They have to wait 60 seconds. Oh, so that was your question. So it's for the individual then? So like if I'm a viewer and I leave a comment, I can't comment again for 60 seconds. Is that right? Let me know if that's right. Because if that's the case, that would be good. That way it gives everybody a chance to kind of get in the chat. They said, I knew you'd get an offer right away. Is there anything you would do differently with your move to Alaska? Any advice to someone considering it? Yeah, we knew we would get an offer right away too. And it's still bittersweet for me. I know I told you guys, we don't get emotionally attached to homes. Our home is where our family is because we've moved so much with the military and our own real estate investments where we've bought something, flipped it, sold it for a profit. It's just a house, the family is what makes it a home. But I am sad about the cabin, the little cabin on the pond. There was so many memories there. And it was just kind of like this finalization of like our military career ending and our dream to move to Alaska and start this Alaskan dream. And Kellen came and lived with us for a year there. And then Joe did all that work on that cabin, especially to put it on the market, the flooring and all of that. And it was all the things that were on our to-do list to do eventually got done super fast. And it looked beautiful. And I was like, maybe we just keep it and live 6 months here and 6 months at the new cabin. But, the thing is it's off grid, right? It's on solar. It's not on an automatic system. So keeping it maybe for a rental property or a bed and breakfast was not realistic for us because you can't expect renters and tenants to, one, understand how to do generators and solar, and two, take care of the systems and stuff. So we just didn't want to deal with the drama. Is there anything you would do differently with our move to Alaska? Like seriously, I know some things I would have done differently.
Like what?
I don't know. Can you think of something so I can
just
drink
said
my
that
coffee?
you knew that.
Did you already finish your coffee?
Yeah.
Joseph, see, you have to talk. Can you talk for a minute?
Mm-mm.
Go ahead. Ready, Joe? Take it. I'm just kidding. I won't be on the spot like that.
Let's see then.
Do you not have anything you would change? You're
No.
so easy. Joe's like, I'm just happy with life. I
was trying to find a question.
Well, let me answer that person's question really quick. I think the one thing I would change
would be the time of year.
See, the cabin was -8. You guys might remember that picture of me holding Parker in the rocking chair while Joe was trying to get the wood stove going. We were frozen. And
I'm talking about like driving here. Like if we would have broke down in Canada, like
yeah.
-20 going through there.
But honestly, the drive was good, right? Mm-hmm. Like we did not have any issues on that trip, and going across country was awesome. But when we got to Canada, that's when things got a little crazy because y'all know we got stuck at the border for over 3 hours. So then when we finally got through, now it was dark and it was -19, and we had like 6 or 7 hours to get through to Alaska. And we wanted to take a straight shot. We didn't want to have to stop in Canada if we didn't have to. And the wind was
the Canadians.
Yeah, nothing against the Canadians. It's just this is when all the crazy COVID stuff was happening, and you know, they were telling us like, get out, you have to travel right through, you can't stop type thing. There was a lot of like discrepancies in their policies, and it just scared us. So we didn't want to get stuck in another country. We just wanted to get straight through to Alaska. And there was snow drifts coming across the thing. At one point, we had to stop on the side of the road and bring the dogs in the truck with us because they were in the back where the camper shell is, which was fine until we got to those negative temperatures. And we had to bring them in the truck. They were so cold, and it was like, God help the truck not break down right here on the side of the road. So yeah, I think traveling in the winter, a lot of people do it, but just be mindful, have your emergency supplies, some spare gas and things like that. But for me, I would recommend definitely just researching where you're going to move. I'm very happy with the area that we moved to, South Central. You guys know we lived in Fairbanks, way up north in the Army. And then we lived in Ketchikan, the island of Ketchikan in the Coast Guard. And we kind of had both extremes. We had the -50, and then we had the tempered rainforest that rains all year long. And so we kind of wanted something in the middle. But it is very true that, you know, real estate photos, they can make things look however they want them to look. And so always take a trip to come view the property before you buy it. And while we loved our cabin, we loved the area we were in, our property was phenomenal. You guys know we had some issues, like someone shot our cat with a shotgun. You guys know Asher's a 3-legged cat now. And just, you know, just some people that were a little shady. So just check out the area. That's what I would say. I used to say when I did real estate in Virginia,
or have your realtor drive around for you.
Yeah, have your realtor drive around, do FaceTime with you, whatever, if you absolutely can't get up here to view the area and the property. But obviously as realtors, we can't steer people, right? Because that could be considered discrimination. Like ethically, we can't do that. So we would just tell people drive by on a Friday night. You know, if you're concerned about an area, 11 p.m., drive by, you know, go different hours of the day, different days of the week, because you're going to see different things.
It was pretty quiet out there, though.
It was quiet out there. Well, and we had such a big lot. We had one of the biggest lots in that subdivision, and we were on the outskirts of that subdivision, which was really nice. So it's a very private lot. Yeah, Scott, I've been trying to tell Lexi to do a live. You guys tell Lexi to do a live stream. I think it's just nerves. She's never done one on YouTube. It's really easy to go live on Instagram and stuff like that. You just got your phone and you're like, hey guys, what's up? But you know, YouTube, I mean, it is as easy, but to me, it's more of a, I've got to get my lights out. I got to make sure my camera's set up right and all the things. And I think she's just a little nervous about that, but it's so fun to hang out with you guys. And I know that a lot of YouTubers don't do live streams, and that's fine. It's just, this brings a different conversation. It's not us just talking to you. It's us having a conversation. And it's just a different dynamic. And I really like it.
See, you should do a live with Lexi.
I know. We should do like a Christmas Eve live. Well, not Christmas Eve because everybody's with their family, but maybe in the month of December, we'll do like a Christmas live with Lexi and James. Lexi, that's a great idea.
Lexi?
I'm talking to Lexi because I know she can hear me.
Oh, so that wasn't Lexi's idea. That was what's her face's idea.
What's her face's? That doesn't sound nice. Oh, but I can't read that either.
Oh.
The The fur kids, thank you for your service. It was our pleasure. I'm hopeful for the U.S. military now that we're going to have a strong leader back in there. I know that, and I can say this because we were service members and we have a lot of friends that are still in the service and have gotten out, that we lost a lot of faith in our leaders.
What'd they say you said?
Me?
What'd they say Trump said about him?
I don't know. Someone, you're so bad. You just got to go there, don't you, Joe? Phyllis, thank you for a live chat again. My daughter broke her ankle, flew out to be with her 3.5 weeks. I have nothing but good to say about J Bear Hospital and staff. That's awesome. Not that she broke her ankle, but that she had good care at that hospital. Because sometimes the military hospitals, some of them aren't as good. I'm sorry she broke her ankle. So are you here now, Phyllis, and you're staying through Thanksgiving? Because I know you said you're going to get to spend Thanksgiving with her. Joe was referring to, you guys know, like,
I'm looking for it.
We get so many comments. 98% are awesome. They're all of you guys, wonderful people. But being online, there's always going to be the few. And I get it. You guys always tell me, you're like, Tina, don't give them the time of day. Look, y'all. Look.
Oh, he said they're losers and suckers. Well, I'm going to let you know there are losers and suckers in the military.
Amen. Yeah. I mean, that's the first thing Joe said is...
So even if you did say that, it's true anyways. So.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's not proven. And a lot of people, you know, that's what we always get in the comments. Is like, I can't believe you would support, as a military person, I can't believe you would support someone that called military losers and suckers. Like, I say to that, prove it. Prove it. Because all the crap that people keep coming at me in the comments about him being a rapist, him being a racist, him being an insurrectionist, all the things, in my opinion, are not true. They're allegations. They're unfounded. And I don't like when people spread misinformation without proof. So, and Joe's right. We were in the military. We were in the Army and the Coast Guard. And there are losers and suckers in the military. There are wonderful, selfless, patriotic people. But there are also people in there that take advantage of the system. They're lazy. They let everybody else do the work. They're people, right? Just like in any profession, there's good people and bad people. My husband fought in Desert Storm, and it's not the same today. Oh, wow, Monica. Thank you guys for your service as well. We agree. We agree with you. You know, they started, I got out just in the nick of time. I got out in 2015. I served for 10 years. Right at the tail end of Joe's service. You guys know he retired in 2023. So like, I mean, basically from 2020 until he got out, they started all the training they had to do to, what was it? DEI, all the transgender stuff, making sure you, what is the word I'm looking for?
Pronouns.
Address people by their proper pronouns. And, you know, if you work at McDonald's and you don't like the policies, you have the choice to leave and go get another job. When you're in the military, you don't. You're stuck. You've signed a contract and you're stuck with the leaders you get. And that can be hard, especially when they're cramming stuff like that down your throat. And then they started talking about changing the berthing in the ships to be male and female so that if a guy identified as a woman, he could sleep in the berthing with the women and shower with them. I'm sorry, Lord, I'm so grateful I got out in 2015 because I would have got kicked out. I probably would have been in the brig because I am way too loud to deal with stuff like that. And I would have gotten in trouble for sure because that is nonsense. I know, T. I'm sick of the lies as well.
Can you read this one right here?
Christine, you said my husband was in the Army at Berlin Wall. What, Joe? What you got to say about the Berlin Wall, Joe?
Huh?
Yes, he's trying to start a funny story that he wants to tell you.
Oh, the China Wall?
Mm-hmm.
Or the Berlin Wall?
Which one are we talking about?
You said they were the same ones. So.
That was like 15 years ago, Joe. That was before my homeschool mom days. We have this running joke that I didn't know. I should have known because it's the China Wall, so it's in China. Yeah. Geographically, Berlin, I'm not like
Germany,
Berlin, but I didn't know Berlin was in Germany.
They separated each other, right? China and Germany?
I thought that it was one wall. China was on one side and Germany was on the other. Clearly, that is not the case geographically.
Her hair's brown, but
It is. It used to be blonde. Don't now. All the blondes are going to get offended, Joe. Phyllis, thank you for another super chat. Where'd you go? Daughter was commanding her squadron while recuperating, and I was impressed with her people. That's awesome. There's still so many good people out there. And I think that's one of the biggest things I took away from watching what happened with the election is it can seem so daunting, right? Like you see all the headlines and you're like, you start to feel like you're going bananas. Like, are you the weirdo? Like, why is everybody okay with all the things? But watching everybody come out the way they did just reassured me that there are still good people. Like this country was founded by good and it's still there. Sonia, thank you for that super chat. We appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Lexi said, not the Berlin Wall. Yeah. Sandy, thank you for that super chat. I'm sorry I missed that. We're scrolling up a little bit. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Let's see. Yes, our P.O. box is still the same. A lot of you are asking if there is a new address to send Christmas cards and stuff, and it's still the same address. That's listed out in our About section on the YouTube channel. I'm just trying to look at some of the comments. Sorry. What did you both do while in the military? So in the Army, I was a 55 Bravo, an ammunition specialist. And Joe did 2 tours in the Army. His first tour, he was a cavalry scout and did reconnaissance and stuff like that. And then when he got out and went back in, his second tour, he did petroleum specialist. He fueled the helicopters. And then in the Coast Guard, Joe was a mechanic. Surprise, surprise. So he worked in the engine rooms on the ships and everything. And I was a storekeeper. That's kind of like purchasing. No, see, I know, I hate that name. No, I didn't sell milk and eggs. The storekeeper in the Coast Guard, like we did procurement and contracting, did all the bids for like the jobs on base and also did logistics, property keeping, record keeping, things like that. I ran the warehouse in Ketchikan for several years. I was pregnant with Parker, big old belly, and I was driving the forklift around. It was fun. What's next for the new place? Future plans? I just want to go to sleep. What's next, Joe?
Probably the fireplace.
He said it.
They didn't say like right now. That could be 2 months from now.
But you just said it out loud that the next project was the fireplace.
That's probably next year, actually. So we probably won't have any projects.
But can you imagine having a crackling fire for Christmas?
I could put it on TV.
Just gentle nudges. Thank you, Sandy, for that super chat. We appreciate you guys. You know, you guys know how I feel. I need a wood stove. You're going to laugh on our next video that's coming out. I was telling you guys about this Toyo heater in the living room. It's awful. So yeah, it's got to go. It's very loud. Well, not now. Joe got the new part to fix it, but before it would sound like a 747 was landing in the living room. Thank you, Scott. Heater fun for the sunroom. Yes, I was going to do the live stream in the sunroom because there's so much natural light in there, but it's like an ice box in there. It's so cold. Thank you, Scott. Scott, you are the one that was talking cameras with me, right? I'm pretty sure you were. I recognize your face.
Yeah, I think so.
He's super smart with camera stuff.
I think he was the one that mentioned the beams in the room too.
Oh, were you, Scott?
I think that's him.
You gave Joe the idea for the beams that he put in the master bedroom addition at the old cabin, he said. And
the supports for the snow load.
Oh, the supports for the snow load, yeah. And they turned out so pretty. Monica says, Joe, get on it with the fireplace. Mm-hmm. We bought the wood stove. And you guys saw Joe started the roof stuff. So yeah, I just love the fire. And to me, I'm kind of like a prepper at heart and like a when crap hits the fan kind of person at heart. And so, you know, with the Toyo, you need fuel. And I would just like to know that if things go down, I could still heat my home and keep my son warm if we weren't able to get a delivery of fuel. And like, yeah.
That was Scott.
Okay, Scott, that was you. I'm so grateful. I screenshotted your messages, all the things that you told me about the camera or the settings in Final Cut Pro and everything for the drone footage. And it's just so helpful. I screenshotted it and saved it in my favorites. I haven't done it yet, but I have it. So I'm going to do it. Yeah, Sheila, we will eventually build a garage. Joe needs a garage. The Penny, thank you for the super chat. She's from Western Washington State. We used to live in Washington. We were in the Army at Fort Lewis. Thank you for that. Terry, hi. Thank you for the super chat. It's good to see you. She's been around for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember her picture.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Terry. That's so cool. The shop, I mean, if that's what you want to call it, that came with this cabin, it's really more like a shed.
A big shed.
It's like a big shed. It's very small. So Joe needs a garage. He wants a garage at least big enough to where he can bring a vehicle in to work on it, or the tractor or snow machines and things like that. Hi, Tammy. Thank you for that super chat. The new mugs are going to be available this month. Okay. So I have two for you guys. I have two different ones for you to choose from. Joe picked one color and design, and then I picked one color and design, and one of those orders is being delivered. It's supposed to be Monday.
Mine's better though.
But mine's better. But anyway, so yeah. So as soon as those are ready, I will update you guys, and I'll take pictures and put them on the website, and then I'll put the link on a community post, and you guys can go and order them. They sold out so fast last time. I felt bad, but it was like, I didn't know if anybody was going to even want them. And they're not cheap because they're custom mugs made here in America, dishwasher safe, microwave safe, lead free. Like they're awesome, awesome mugs. And so I was like, well, let me just order one order because the minimum order quantity is 24. And I was like, let's just see if anybody likes them. And they were gone in 24 hours. They were gone. So we did a double order. And I think if these do well, then we'll probably stock up to try to keep the store on the website stocked for a while. But yeah, it was just super fun. I'm so glad you guys liked them. I can't wait to see what you think of the new ones, the different colors. You want to tell them what colors they are? Should we make it a surprise?
Pink and brown.
Ew, brown. No. Joe's is blue because Joe's a boy, and mine's green because I'm a girl. Am I gender stereotyping? Sorry. Green's my favorite color. So, Virginia, happy Veterans Day to all of our veterans. Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, Monday's Veterans.
Dang, Veterans Day is already like around the corner or what? When is it? When is
Monday.
Veterans Day?
It's 11th, Monday.
It is?
Yeah.
That came up fast. Patty, thank you for the super chat. Joe, she says for the fireplace fund. See? So much support, Joe. So much support.
Oh, Patty, fly on down here and help me.
Yeah, come on down, Patty. Come on down. Oh, Lexi's laughing. Green is the best color. Oh, it's my favorite. I just love it. And I'm a May baby, so my birthstone is emerald, but I really love all different colors of green.
And my shoulders are still bad.
Oh, someone asked about your shoulders?
Yeah, Lexi. She keeps texting me.
Oh. Yeah, his shoulders are still bad. I think that his shoulders and his neck is still really bad. But other than that, I think you're doing good. You still have a little bit of issues with the rashes on the legs. And it is what it is, you know. I'm doing good. I'm still dealing with like some detox issues, I think. I actually just reached out to Elaine, my naturalistic doctor this week. So I don't know. I think when your body detoxes and gets rid of bad bacteria, they don't like that. And it gives off mycotoxins in your body. And when this happens, it creates an autoimmune response. Your body's trying to attack these mycotoxins, and it can just like bring an array of symptoms. And I'm doing so good. Like, I know you guys are always telling me, Tina, you look great. You lost weight. Like, you're glowing. And for the most part, I feel so good. Like, day to day, but I'm having these weird random episodes always at night, which is totally freaky. and makes me kind of scared to go to sleep sometimes. And I don't like that. I think my body is just trying to get rid of the bacteria. Like the herbal protocol I'm on is to do that. And I think that when it's time for them to come out, there's only a few ways that toxins leave your body, right? TMI. But yeah. Hi, Sharon. Thank you for that super chat. She says, thank you for being a great family.
Oh, she's talking to me?
She's talking to you, Joe? Behind every good man is a good woman, Joe. Yeah. So, but other than that, we're doing good. Joe's lost 20 pounds. I've lost like 18. I just had to buy new jeans for the first time in like 15 to 20 years. I went down a whole size, and we're not even trying to lose weight. We're just eating good, healthy food. And I mean, I'm working out 3 times a week, but on my app, on the Trainwell app, but it's not anything crazy. It's mainly like strength training. I do upper body, lower body, and then full body. And that's like the extent of my workouts right now, because I just can't get anything more than 3 times a week in with homeschooling and running the channel and the videoing, all that stuff. But I'm still losing weight.
And I work out outside.
Joe works out outside. Yeah, you do work out. You do a lot, Joe. Seriously. Who's that? North of the river. Thank you for the super chat. My husband appreciates Joe's mechanical thinking. They think a lot alike. They'd get along. Wish us luck finding property in Alaska. Good luck. Good luck, you guys. You will. You will. There's some really good properties. Yeah. Just depends on like where you want to be and what you want and having a vision for it. Because sometimes it might not have all your boxes checked, but it's got most of them. And it's just, you know, what your priorities are. Hi, Rhonda. Thank you for that super chat. We appreciate it. Thanks, you guys. You guys are so awesome. I get so many people that are like, I watch your videos and then I watch them 3 more times and I let the ads play. And it's like, you guys are just, you know, we just want to support your family. And you guys are so kind, very kind people. Lexi, we would love to buy their old house. But yeah, a lot of people ask why we haven't given the house to Lexi and James. I would love to, but they live in town, guys. And that cabin is far away from town. So it just would not make sense with the commute that they would have to make from the cabin to work every day. And, you know, let's be honest. Just because we want to be off grid and have chickens and all that stuff right now, Lexi and James are young. They want to be in town. And I get it. Joe Levesque said, Joe, I found your 20 pounds.
That's why I was laughing earlier.
That is so funny. She says, I do high impact knitting. I love it, Chris. That is hilarious. I'm from north of Talkeetna. I love your channel and you guys for not only your beliefs, but your love and your service to our country. Keep it up. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. We do. We love our country, guys. We really, really do. And, you know, we just want the best for it. And we want to protect the children, our future generations, our future grandchildren. And yeah, it's time to put things in place to protect them in the future.
Parker's coming.
Is he? I hear the dogs. Parker, yeah. You want to come say hi? Yeah, sure. He said he's got to put his hat on first. His hair's a mess. My grandfather was stationed in Hawaii just before Pearl Harbor, was sent home around the 3rd of December. Wow, 4 days before Pearl Harbor. That is insane. Harlan says, I wish I could find 20 pounds. Joe's a beast. I know. I honestly feel like I'm kind of annoyed because none of my stuff fits me anymore. All my jeans, even my leggings. Yeah, your hat's right there, buddy.
Your hair's fine.
You want to come over this way? Okay, don't spill my coffee. Yeah. Here's P. Here's P. P. Diddy. Everybody's like, don't call him P. Diddy.
Why?
Because of what P. Diddy did. Why would you call your son P. Diddy? Because that's been his nickname since the day he came home.
You can also call me Joe, too, because my middle name's Joseph.
Joe Mama.
Yeah. He asked me the other night, Mom, could I be called Joey? Because my middle name is Joseph too. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, we've called him P Man, P Diddy, PJ Watts.
Been called a lot of things.
Been called a lot of things, yeah. But people have literally bit my head off in the comments like, why would you call your son P Diddy? It's like, well, his real name, a lot of people don't know is Charles. Yeah, Joseph is his middle name. That's why he's called Joe. What about Charles Manson? Should we not call him Charles because Charles Manson was a serial killer? Like, that just doesn't make sense, right? Harlan, thank you for the super chat. Now I want to move to Alaska from South Dakota, thinking of Sitka. Oh, Sitka's pretty.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, Joe's been there. Joe's been all over the place with the Coast Guard.
Where's
small,
Sitka?
but it's nice.
Where's Sitka? Parker said.
It's like up north from Ketchikan, up in the little passage.
It's an island too, right?
Yeah.
Is it?
I believe so, yeah. Scott
Parker, if you go by Joe in the house, you'll have to do half the jobs your dad does. Yeah. You still want to be called Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have a lot of nicknames. Lexi.
Yeah, I think the state troopers train in Sitka. I think that's one of their academies.
Oh, really? I don't really think I have a nickname, though. It's just Tina. My full name is Bettina. Did you guys know that? Some of you know that.
Betna. There's one.
Betty.
Yeah. Betna.
Don't call me Betty.
Bertha.
I used to work at the bank as a teller, and this lady would come in every time and she would call me Bertha. And I'm like, I'd be like moving my hair like, you see my name tag. Not saying Bertha's a bad name. I'm just saying that wasn't my name. And I'm like, yeah.
Everybody's saying Betty.
Betty.
Lexi said Betty.
Lexi? Alexis Kaylin.
Betna.
I like the nickname Beth, but nobody's ever called me that. I would do Beth.
Candy.
Candy.
Where's Candy?
Candy's right here. Betna. Lexi calls me Betna. Lexi Lou. Sexy Lexi. What else do we call Lexi?
I can't say it on here.
You can't say it on here? Oh, you can't say it on here. No. No, we don't want to get attacked in the comments. Franny snap. LOL. Beth
You look
is
like
nice.
a Bertha.
Who said that? Patricia. I worked with the Bettina. She was cool.
Yeah, I love horses too.
No, this one.
You look like a Bertha. Just kidding. Joe, like, he smacked my leg because, you know, if someone's name is Bertha in the comment section, they'll be offended. But I don't know. When I hear the name Bertha, for some reason,
It's just because of like all the 70s movies.
the
you've
movies, like, I
watched.
associate it with a large woman.
Or 80s, I guess.
So, like,
That's
yeah,
how I think of it, like a big lady or something.
a big lady. Yeah. So when she comes,
Not being rude if anybody's name is.
I just like, I'm not a Bertha. Miss Myrna says, hey, precious Parker, you have grown so much. God bless you, sweetheart. She's the one that gave us the Monopoly game that we
the
played
one
at the
I
cabin.
spanked your butt with.
The one you spanked my butt with. Yes.
And Dad.
And Dad's. Parker whooped us. And it was his first time playing, too. Anna says, Parker, horses are my passion.
Me too.
Tina Fey, Randy, wow. Louise, I love your candy faces. So funny. I actually have people that get mad at me because I joke around so much. Like, your faces are stupid. Why do you make so many faces? Why do you do all those voices? And I'm like, that's just me. You guys, I've always been that way. Since the dawn of time, I'm just animated and I like making funny faces and voices. It just comes out of me. I don't plan to. It just happens. And Lexi's the same way. And we just joke around a lot. But some people don't like that.
There's just a screw up here that's loose. It's like right up here somewhere.
Very funny, Joe. Yeah, Joe. We still have Cash App. Somebody was actually, we've had a couple comments. They even left on Lexi's channel too that, you know, they say we talk ghetto and it's disrespectful to African Americans. I'll just put it out there. That's what they said. And they're like, how come every time you talk to James or you were talking to Kellen, you would talk ghetto? And I'm like, clearly you don't know us, because I'd be trying to talk Asian from Britain. Like I try to talk Indian. I try to talk in all different ways. Like I'm just trying, it's just who I am. And Lexi too. Like we have a spot of tea and we try to talk an English accent, even though it doesn't come out right. People just get so angry. It's like, laugh a little. It's okay to laugh.
How do you talk to James?
She called her first car Bertha. See what I'm saying? James. Every time I see James, what is it, Lexi? What up? What up, James? But James does it to us too. He'd be like, what up? It has nothing to do with the fact that he's mixed. Nothing. We have a good friend named Dave. He's white as white can be. And I see him, I'm like, what up, Dave? Like, I don't know. It's like, what up, bro? Like, I don't know why I do it. I just do it. It has nothing to do with color.
There.
I don't know. Oh, see, I went ghetto again. I went gangster. But you know what? Ancestry DNA says I'm 1% black straight from the Congo. So if I want to do that, I can because I'm apparently partially black.
1%.
1%. Just one.
Parker said he's going to join.
Join what? Ooh, you guys going to join up again? Trump needs good people.
I don't know. I don't think I want to share showers without walls.
Why?
As long as it's all guys, it's not bad. I shared a shower with 60 women.
That's
Well,
weird. Yeah.
Well, what?
Why would you say that? But all guys. He's a boy.
What?
When you wanted all girls?
Oh, wow.
I'm just saying, like.
Well, wow, Joe, I never know what's going to come out of your mouth. It's so concerning. I would have loved for my kids to join. We were trying to talk Lexi into joining the Coast Guard, and then all the craziness happened.
I might be a fish and game when I grow up, though.
He's been talking a lot about fish and game. Yeah. He'd look cute in a little forestry uniform, I'm out there, enforcing all the regulations and stuff.
See?
60 women. Sounds great. Not the women I took showers with, Harlan. No. We had private shoemaker. I'll never forget her.
Probably watches this.
Well, I hope she's changed. We went out to the field for a week. That's when you sleep in a tent and you don't get to shower. And then we came back and all of us normal girls couldn't wait to get in there and wash our booties and shave our legs. Not shoemaker. Well, she did take a shower, but then she got out of the shower and put on the same panties that she had on before she got in the shower.
That's like a 5-year-old status right there. That's what some
I'm just saying that is not okay on any level under any circumstance. I mean, you just don't wear panties then. You definitely don't put on the old ones you had on for a week in the field. I'm just saying. So, Harlan, it wasn't the kind of women you're thinking of. Yeah, Lexi, physical test. She was trying to go on the Coast Guard. She was seriously considering it.
She wasn't homeschooled.
She was public schooled. Sorry, Lexi. We let you down, boo. No, honey, you turned out fantastic. We're just teasing you. Okay. Yeah, there was a reason the enlistments were way down, for sure. Watch it.
You'll see all the numbers go up now.
Yeah, now that Trump's in, the numbers are going to go back up. And everything they did with the mandate, that drove a lot of people away. And there was just something weird and fishy about it. And that's what Joe said. Joe was like, we've gotten a lot of vaccines. We had to, being in the military. And he was like, if they hadn't made such a big deal about it and made it weird, then it wouldn't have alerted us to the fact that something was fishy. We would have just went and got the vaccine like we did with any other vaccine. But something in our hearts and our minds just didn't feel right about that. And then the way that they treated the anti-vaxxers was sad. It was despicable.
Can I get one of my candy?
Sure.
You want your coffee back?
You're drinking my coffee. Joe, you already drank yours and now you're drinking mine.
All right, let's get back on track here because
I know. I'm sorry. I told you I go off on tangents. You went off on a tangent about girls in the shower.
I wouldn't say that.
You did say that. Thank you, Maria. Yeah, I wanted Lexi to go in because of the free college money. I wanted her to go in for the discipline. I wanted her to go in just for the opportunities. Like Joe and I both have VA loans we can use when we buy houses, which is no down payment, like all kinds of benefits. But then the commandant of the Coast Guard changed from a man to a woman, which is fine. But she was a lesbian, and I'm not saying I have to always give these like disclaimers. Like, I don't care what you do in your bedroom. I do not care. I'm still going to pray for you because my belief as a Christian is that that's not what God wants for you. But at the end of the day, it's your life. But the problem is she was shoving things down their throats that was inappropriate and stepping all over their rights and their religious beliefs to push an agenda. And we had a really big problem with that. When they're flying LGBTQ flags more than they're flying the American flag and the Coast Guard flag.
Or above the American flag.
Or above the American flag. I have a problem with that. I do. Thank you. It is a really beautiful cabin. We're still making it our own. Joe was very preoccupied getting the other cabin ready to put on the market. And so we literally just started kind of hanging his deer head and some of my decor around the cabin. We just kind of moved in and had to just like unpack as we went because he was so busy at the other cabin. Thank you, Anthony from Australia. Joe Adams. Some of you guys are hilarious. Some of these comments, I am not reading them out loud. You guys are bad. They call their big stove Big Bertha. See, everybody associates Bertha with big. It's not just me. Yep, that's right, Tanya. Keep it in the bedroom. I don't talk about our business out and shove it down people's throats. You know what I'm saying? Hi, Shirley. Thank you for that super chat. We appreciate it. My daughter says she loves your house and wants one like that. The old cabin or the new one? They're both beautiful. The new one, it has so much character. The original owners that built this actually lived in that little guest cabin while they built the main cabin. Isn't that crazy? Because you guys saw how small the guest cabin is, and they used the outhouse as their bathroom. So that's kind of neat. Parker was flipping through some old books that we found in this cabin, and he found an old picture of a puppy golden retriever in front of the cabin, and it was old. I mean, it's got to be from the original owner. And it was just the cutest picture. It was kind of neat to see like the history from when this cabin was built. And just looking at the logs and all of the molding and the cuts, like I can't imagine the time that went into building this cabin. It's crazy.
The bear rug is in our room.
Yeah, we put the bear rug in my master
Somebody
bedroom.
asked up there somewhere.
It had to go sideways, which I usually prefer for them to be diagonal on the wall, but we don't have a wall big enough for that in this cabin, but it still looks fine. Ortiz is here. Yeah. Hi, Elena.
Oh,
I'm so glad you're here.
The one who took Jake, the cat?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she used to be my supervisor in the Coast Guard.
Is he still alive?
The boss lady.
Yeah, Jake is still alive.
Oh, wow.
Our cat that we gave to my supervisor before we left Ketchikan. Miss T says, hi, sweet Parker. How's the horse riding lessons going?
Good. I've been cantering without stirrups, too.
Yeah, he's been cantering bareback. So he thinks he's like cool and stuff. Like Spirit.
Yeah.
He loves the movie Spirit. Oh my gosh. And then Bryan Adams, that soundtrack, he listens to it over and over. Go, buddy. No. What's your favorite song?
Get off of my back.
Get off of my back. Yeah. What's the next line?
And out of my game.
Yeah.
Stop.
But he gets into it, man. He'll have his AirPods in and he doesn't know we're listening. And it's like one of those songs and the horse is like bucking everybody and kicking everybody's butt. And he's like, get off of my back. Yeah.
But he's screaming in the back seat.
Did you know that you're screaming?
No.
Yeah, man. You're getting it. When's P gonna get a horse? We have to make
Tell
room.
him to give me a horse. Tell him.
We have to make room for a horse. We got to make room for that.
They can just live with the sheep.
Somebody asked about a package, but
A package.
I don't know where it went.
Okay, so guys, here's the thing.
Oh, right here. Did you get it right here?
Chris. So we've gotten
Timmy?
several packages in the last week or two. And I always send thank you cards. They might be a little late, but I always send a card to say thank you.
Get Parker a horse and Tina a, what is that?
Probably.
A wood stove.
I got her a wood stove.
I always send you guys thank you cards, but the problem I'm running into is sometimes when you guys send things straight from Amazon and it comes with like the little note, there's no return address. It's just coming from the Amazon distribution center. So I don't have any way to thank you or even do like a community post and give you a shout out to let you know I got it. I have no way of getting back to you. So we have gotten several things. Somebody just sent us a care package with puzzles and a beautiful towel for the kitchen. Someone sent Parker a fishing kit. What else have we gotten? But
the pillow.
Oh, the bath pillow.
People want me to get a horse. Look at all of the comments.
Joe, they want horse. Yeah.
It'd be good content too, you know.
I give you a stuffed animal.
No,
I would love to have a horse. Horses are my favorite animal. Horses and sea turtles.
Now that I've been doing my horse lessons, I know how to tack them up and stuff.
Yeah, like I wouldn't even have to do it. Parker does all that on his own. But there's so much to do, guys. I think first and foremost, you need a garage before anything. And then I think that we could look into like clearing some land for a small pasture, maybe a small little livestock barn eventually for Parker. But can you respond on Amazon using the label? I don't know. Can you?
You can write like a note on it because people write notes on it.
Really?
Yeah, and your little gift card thing in there.
Yeah. But how do I respond?
Oh.
I think that's what they were saying.
Well, look
Where
at all
was
the
it at?
comments about a horse.
It's up there. It's too far away now.
Mhm.
Yes, I have seen Montana Haven. And I will tell you.
Oh, is that the ones we watched the other day?
Yeah, we just watched their to vote or not to vote video before the election. And I have to tell you guys, I was pleasantly surprised. Not that I was surprised that their family would talk about that, but I was surprised to see another YouTuber speak up on things that matter. And I'm not tooting my own horn by any means, but in a lot of ways, I feel alone sometimes because I just don't hold back and I'm just very transparent and I wear my heart on my sleeve and I'm just very open about my opinions because you can be too, because we live in America. But a lot of people are scared to do that because they're afraid it's going to ruffle feathers and they're afraid they're going to lose subscribers. And when I saw their video, I was like, and I clicked on it and I watched it and I commented and I told them amen because they were just very honest. And I thought that their video was very beautifully put. They were just very kind and loving, but still shared what they believed. And it was refreshing to see another YouTube family here in Alaska that just openly said, hey, this is what we're looking at. And this is how we feel.
Mom, somebody said it'd be a good responsibility for me to get a horse. See?
Yeah.
It'd be a good responsibility for Bill Barnes.
Yeah, it would be. But let's remember you have other responsibilities.
Let's go ahead and
too,
read that, buddy.
Right?
Where is it? You get responsibility for him to build a barn and pasture.
I cannot build that by myself.
We're trying to teach Parker that it's not me that he has to convince, it's Joe. And he has to show Joe that he can be responsible with what he has now before we're going to do something like get him a horse, because I have enough things to take care of. I don't need to take care of a horse. And so, yeah, he's got to show that he can take care of what he has now. Because like his job now is the chickens. Parker takes care of the chickens. Huh? What?
They said I need a big John Deere tractor for Christmas.
You have a John Deere tractor.
That says a big John Deere tractor.
And that.
Are you saying
Dad,
you need a bigger
that's
tractor?
Way too much of responsibility for you.
Nope.
Yeah, I've just always felt like our channel, this channel just kind of happened by accident, you know, with it growing and just being what it's become. And Joe and I both agree, like YouTube could go away tomorrow and it would have no effect on our life. You know, we get comments and people, they think that they're affecting us financially because they're unsubscribing. And it's like, no, anything we get from YouTube is just icing on the cake. You know, like we do not live off of YouTube income. And I'm sorry, I'll be damned. I'll be damned if I'm going to pretend to be something I'm not just to like get more subscribers. And it's funny because every time we do a video where we might mention something that's controversial, if we lose subscribers, the only reason we know it is because they announced their departure in the comment section, right? All we see is our number ticking up, up, up. We grow subscribers every day. So at the end of the day, the only one we care about is God, because he's the one we have to answer to in the end. So the only viewer that really matters in the grand scheme of things is him. And I don't want to be at the Golden Gates one day and be like, it's the Pearly Gate. The Golden Gates in San Francisco. Lord knows we don't want to go there right now. The Pearly Gates, and be like, oh, but I do love you and stuff. And I know the unborn babies are important, but I just didn't want to make anybody mad. So I never said anything. Nope. Ain't gonna be me. You need a snow blower for the tractor, Joe. Yes, Miss Myrna, we do. We bump into other YouTubers all the time up here.
Are you gonna get a sea turtle for Christmas?
If you get a sea turtle, that would be so cute. I want a baby one. You know, other than the fact that sea turtles are totally adorable, I like them because do you see what the baby sea turtles go through to get to the ocean? Like the percentage of them that never make it to the ocean because the birds eat them and all the things. Like they're little fighters and they just be going through the sand and like they get there eventually. And like I think they're super cool. I have a sea turtle tattoo on my back. It's a mama sea turtle and 2 baby sea turtles to represent me and my 2 kids. Fun fact.
The Rainies.
The Rainies. Yeah, we've seen Marty Rainey several times around. We saw him at one of the restaurants. We saw him at a hardware store. You see the miniature cows.
What miniature cows, Mom?
I'm not sure.
At the horse place?
I don't know.
Oh, gonna need a bigger boat. Yeah, that's what it says.
No, Joseph, your boat is big enough.
Pause.
Sorry, trying to look at the comments. We babysit them as they're hatching on the Pensacola beach. Oh, how fun. I'm so jelly. I want to see a baby sea turtle. Miniature pig. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so we haven't been milking Bella because
it's been hectic.
It's been hectic. And I've been lazy, to be honest. I've been lazy. And I just haven't. She's still in milk. Titus is still nursing on her. I could go out there, tomorrow morning and milk her and still get milk from her. But I don't know. I'm trying to decide if in the winter, if I want to just let her just not milk in the winter and just milk in like the spring, summer, and fall. Because y'all, it's hard sometimes. It got down to like -38 last year. And I don't need milk that bad. Not -38.
No boat is big enough. Don't listen to her. I know.
Wow.
Big boat enough.
Tag teaming.
A boat big enough for a horse. So like a big landing craft.
Babe, your boat's new. You just got that thing. People are going to say you're not grateful for what you have, Joseph. And we know that's not true.
Don't care. F-150 is gas.
Oh, you need a turtle tracking bracelet. What? They have turtle tracking bracelets?
That way I can track you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, y'all give me all about these sea turtles now. I'm just thankful for every single advice that you've shared with us, Miss Tina. The health advice has been huge. I'm trying to avoid gluten, and I really feel so much better. Yeah, Miss Murder, there's something to it. The wheat that we grow today is not the wheat that our ancestors ate. That's for sure. And, you know, that's when people are like, oh, well, what's the problem with the breads and the gluten? Like, you know, our ancestors did it for thousands of years. The crops they had back then are not what we're eating now. They're another reason I'm super excited about Trump and RFK. We need to get this crap out of our food. It's killing people. It's literally not just killing them, but the chronic illness. I mean, we're dealing with Lyme and Rocky Mountain spotted fever and autoimmune issues from those tick-borne illnesses. I can't imagine the other people with the chronic illnesses. Everybody's sick. Everybody is sick nowadays, and it's the food that we're eating.
The bigger the boat, the harder it is to get off the sandbar.
Thank you, Scott.
That's true.
Did we tell them about what happened on that last cabin trip?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so actually I did on the video, but I cut it out because the video was already too long. So I didn't, yeah, sometimes I do that because you guys know I ramble, but the last cabin trip we did this fall, our end of season trip, we're coming home on the Susitna River. And I always help Joe look for logs and sandbars and all the things. Like the rivers are always shifting, right? So where a sandbar was last year, it might not be there this year. It might be moved. There's logs that weren't there before. It's dicey. And the day we were coming back, it was pouring rain. The windows were fogging. Joe had the wipers on.
And that was always the sketchy spot.
Yep. And we were getting ready to go through the sketchy part. Like we know the parts that are sketchy that we have to be on alert and like really looking for stuff. We're going like, how many knots do you think we're doing?
As fast as it would go.
40 something knots. I mean, it feels.
It doesn't go that fast.
What is that
It's
thing?
probably only like 30 miles per hour. That's
Okay,
just
like 30 miles an hour. But on the water, that's fast, right? So we're going, and the gravel bars are gray because they're gravel. And the water is gray.
Because
and
it was
then
overcast.
It was overcast and it was raining. Anyway, long story short, we're going, blowing on our way home. And all of a sudden, I see a gravel bar. Too late. Like I didn't see it. Neither one of us did until we got right up to it, like 15, 20 feet from it. And I'm like, gravel bar. And I'm screaming at Joe and he sees it. And without even blinking an eye, just flips the boat, not flips it, but flips it around. And everything in the boat goes flying to one side. The dogs go flying. Parker's bawling his eyes out. And I'm like having like heart palpitations, like panicking. And we just whipped around super fast and went around it as fast as we could. But we almost hit this gravel bar that we could not see it until we got right up to it. And that was terrifying. Oh my gosh.
Didn't.
But we didn't, Joe. Like
first or last.
You were an awesome boat driver, babe. You saved us.
They said we can get a bigger one and call it Big Bertha.
Oh my gosh. That's it. We're calling the boat Big Bertha, Joe. That's the boat's new name. But, you know, I'm grateful. For some reason, that canopy on the Sea Ark gives me, maybe it's a false sense of security. It just makes me feel safer. Because you guys remember that little yellow dinghy boat we had? I didn't feel safe in that boat. And at least with the Sea Ark, you know, with what happened, things would have went out of the boat. The dogs might have been out the boat. But that canopy, it's a safety. It's in the boat, you know? So, or him, it says it's Vicky and Jim. You can never make a video too long.
Vicky and Jim? Is that our Vicky and
Jim? Right here. I don't know. Do you know them? Is that your Aunt Vicky?
Oh, maybe. It's Jim and Vicky. Is that Phoenix, Jim and Vicky?
Let us know. Let us know in the comments. Hi, Sid. I'm glad you could make the live. I know it was last minute. I just announced it yesterday. We just thought, hey, let's just hang out with the peeps for a little bit. He does need a massage. We are actually gonna. They have mobile masseuses, and I'm gonna see if they come out to where we live because that would be most convenient. He has major neck and shoulder issues. I saw that the FEMA employee that told their crew to skip the houses with Trump signs. Pretty sad. Scott, is that him still going on about the boat? It is.
Right.
He says, how many sea turtles and horses can you get in a bigger boat? Thanks, guys. You know, I've tried to cut the videos down. I see other channels and I'm a little jealous sometimes because it's like they get these amazing vlogs down to 20 minutes. And I'm like, how do you do it? Because I can't get everything in that I want to get in 20 minutes. And like I've said before, when I sit down to watch my favorite YouTubers, I like it to be like a weekly show. So I like it to be 45 to 50 minutes long. Mobile uses. Hi, Gail from Georgia. Do you already notice any improvement from the herbs? You look more energetic. Yes, massive improvements. You guys, I haven't had a panic attack in like 5 months. That's huge. I mean, I've had these weird episodes that I shared a little while ago with you guys, but they're not panic attacks. The heart palpitations have almost 100% gone away. My stomach pain, you guys remember for 2 years, I've been complaining about this center stomach pain is completely 100% gone. I haven't felt that since I cut out the gluten June 13th.
It wasn't from me punching you?
No, it wasn't because I would beat you up. Yeah, I've noticed a huge difference. So I'm supposed to be on the herbs for a year. We're all on herbs. Joe's on herbs for the Rocky Mountain spotted fever. Parker's on herbs just because even though his Lyme is in a dormant status, we just want to try to eradicate that if we can. So it's natural, it's herbs. So we're all on a protocol for the next year. Joe needs an airboat. Yeah. Then we just go right over the gravel bars.
You just drive all the way up to the cabin.
Yeah, seriously. Well, hopefully we'll get the dock done this summer, huh? I think we will. We got a lot done last year. I think if we can get all that done last year in just like 3 trips, I think we could probably finish it. What do you think?
I'm sure we can.
See if those old shoulders can hold out a little bit longer.
Oh.
Sorry, just reading some of your comments. Please don't cut the videos down. I won't. I can't. I've tried. I can't. I just figure if you can't watch the whole thing, then you can just come back and watch the rest later, you know? It's in your queue. That's what I do if I can't finish a video. She says, they say, Lexi, your last video was next level. You're doing a great job.
From Sweden.
Lexi is doing awesome. I love watching her videos. Like, I'm so proud of her. And it's like just seeing her B-roll shots and all the different angles she gets. She gets so many angles. If she's folding laundry on her bed, you're going to see it from the window, then from the bed, then from the closet, then like in the closet as she puts it in the closet. Like, she gets all these angles. And sometimes it takes a long time, guys. Something as easy as doing the dishes if you're trying to film it, because it's not fun to just set a camera up and get one shot for a minute and a half. People want to see, you got to keep them engaged. And she does a great job of like getting so many different angles.
Somebody asked who your favorite YouTubers are. My
favorite YouTuber? I don't have a favorite one.
Like who you watch?
I'm all over the place. I watch some homesteading channels. I watch a lot of health channels. I watch Joe Rogan. I love the Elliott Homestead, Parisian Farm Girl.
I watch Bill every now and then.
Lots of homesteading content. What? What'd you say?
I said I watch Bill.
You watch Bill sometimes. I love, what's Gary Brecka?
Come again?
Hold on. What's his name? What is it? Does anybody know? It's the Ultimate Human.
Oh,
The Ultimate Human podcast is phenomenal. Has so much good information on there. Paul Saladino, not Joe. You're Joe. Hi, Joe. But yeah, I watch homesteading stuff. I watch health stuff. Like I'm just like all over the map. Did you see the Joe Rogan interview? I did. I saw the interview with Trump and JD Vance. And I was really excited because before that, I didn't really know JD Vance. And it really gave us the opportunity to kind of get to know him. And you felt like you were just watching two guys in the garage smoking cigars, just talking. And it just felt really real and candid. And I liked that a lot.
He's way better of an interviewer than
Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah. JD Vance is my opinion. I love Trump. Y'all know I love Trump, but he rambles sometimes. Like, I'm like, okay, Trump, we were talking about this over here. Come back. But JD was hilarious and he was on point.
We've heard all those stories, guy. Just
answer the question. Yeah. I love him. I do. I love Trump, but it's sometimes he gets off track really bad. And I'm like, come back. Phyllis, thank you for another super chat. She says you would love And We Know Christian Political. I'll have to look that up. I've never heard of that. He does the weave, LOL.
Oh, yeah. He does some big weaves.
Oh, hi, Tiffany. Okay, so my goal was November for the podcast. I'm trying. I'm like, it's just, I told you guys before, when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. And I know that if I start the podcast again, I will be committed to posting every week. And so it's just like, just adding one more thing to the plate. I had planned on restarting it. And then the move came and all this stuff came up out of nowhere. And it's just been so busy. And then Parker and I got super sick a few weeks after we moved in here. And it's been rough, but my goal was to get it started in November. Let me know if you guys want me to start that, because literally all I need to do is just get my little sunroom set up and I could start the podcast. If there's enough people that want to hang out with me over there, I would definitely do it. But let me just tell you, I'm not looking like this, okay? Because if I have to do a second channel and a whole nother video every week, I'm not going to be getting all party for it every time. So you're going to get like the real Bertha.
And we could still make a gun range.
Here at this property?
Mm-hmm. Got enough land that way to do them.
Oh, Matt, he says I get anxiety and panic attacks. I have OCD. I feel you. I never believed in them. My whole life, when people talk about panic attacks, and it was just ignorance. I had never had them and I didn't understand them. And I just thought, oh, just snap out of it. Like, just take some deep breaths or something. Like, you can control that. No, panic attacks are an involuntary response to a fear that's not real, usually, right? And it just brings on an onslaught of symptoms that you have absolutely no control over.
Yeah, is that your podcast name? Huh?
Scott, The Big Truth with Bertha. Oh my God. I'm renaming my podcast. That's it. The Big Truth with Bertha. Wow. That is unique. That is hilarious. It's, wow. It's actually Life with Tina. I know I didn't steal Lexi's name. Lexi, I knew you were going to say that. I've had my podcast for 3 years, 4 years. I can't remember when I started it. And I wanted something that would just be like all encompassing, because that's what we talk about over there, is just everything under the sun. Sorry, I went ghetto again. Didn't want to offend anybody. But I am 1%, don't forget. But anyway, yeah, we just talk about everything. And it's kind of just like raw, relevant, real is like my little slogan. And it's fun because I like to talk about stuff. And yeah, Lexi's laughing. Joanne says that fear has had me staying in for 4 years, cannot get out. So many of us can relate to that, Joanne, but don't be afraid. Don't live in fear. God doesn't want us to live in fear. Ghetto talk with Tina. Oh my God. Oh man, you guys are going to get me in trouble. Yes. Franny says, don't forget the 1% people. Yeah, it's Deidre, it's coming. Probably, I'm just like a day or two late this week. Don't hate me. I'm only human, but it's coming. I promise. It's already filmed. It's almost done being edited. Do you guys ever just watch the sky there? Should be great views. Yes, the northern lights at this cabin are ridiculous. We're up on a bluff, and you guys know from the views I've showed you, we can just see as far as the eye can see. And the northern lights and the stars are so pretty. I wake up in the middle of the night, like, because I got to pee like 5 times. And so I can see the stars through the bedroom door, through the windows, through my room, because I can see through the sunroom from my bed. And it's really, really pretty. No, Matt, we don't get bored. I wish I had more time. I never have enough time to get bored. Never. And Joe can't sit still, like, ever. The extent of Joe sitting still is getting him to sit down and have a cup of coffee with me.
Trying to find Scott's.
What's Scott say now?
Right here.
Garbage talk with Tina. Oh my God, you
Right
guys are so funny. Scott said, Dad's podcast can be everything I have to say in 3 minutes. That is so true. I mean, do you guys notice it? When I do Joe's content, there's no talking. I mean, that's just how you are.
That's right.
And you don't need to talk because they get the gist of what you're doing just from watching you. But I'm a narrator. I'm a narrator. I like to narrate what I'm doing. So if I'm feeding my kefir, I'm going to tell you all about it.
Bettina talks for both of us. Enough for both of us.
I sense a little bit of disdain in that. Was there a little bit of disdain in that? You must like it, Joe, because you're still here. It's been a long time, Joe.
Mm-hmm. I keep duct tape in our bedroom.
Such a liar. Tanya, yeah, Scott is freaking hilarious on this live chat today.
Yeah.
Tina feeds Joe right. You know, and Joe feeds me right. You guys, we literally are, we're both cooks. I mean, Joe cooked breakfast this morning and yesterday morning. I love that about him. He likes to cook too. Some may say Joe can't get a word in edgewise. What say you, Joe?
I could shut her up. I just don't want to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've had comments about that too. Like, oh my God, does she ever shut up? No, I don't.
See?
And there's plenty of other channels you could watch that don't talk at all.
It's just a guy thing. Like, if 2 dudes are working together, they don't have to talk. They know what's going on.
Oh, I know. When I watch you and James work together, it's hilarious. And then watching James try to read your eyebrows, that's even hilariouser. Yeah. Right, James? No, you're good, ham slicer. I didn't take it seriously. I'm not offended, I promise. What?
TMI on the duct tape.
TMI on the duct tape. All right, y'all be dirty now. This is a family channel. Does Joe talk off camera? Just wondering. No. Yes, he does. Mm-mm. Yeah, he does, guys. He's just a man of few words, you know? And like, when we're all together, James, Lexi, all of us, when Joe talks, like if he's going to tell a story, everybody goes silent. It's like, shh, because Joe's going to actually say something. It's really exciting when he tells a story.
Such a liar.
That is so true. Like he was telling us all about like all of his head injuries that he got when he was like a youngster. Tons of head injuries, like motorcycle, bicycle accidents, fell off a cliff in Arizona and knocked himself unconscious and then woke up and walked home afterwards. All the things. But so many stories that even I, after being married to him for 25 years, I hadn't even heard. And Lexi and James were with us and we all were just like listening. It was so exciting. He was telling all these stories. He does talk off camera. Dr. Phil had a great interview. Yeah. You know, I'm really proud of Dr. Phil because I've watched him for years and I've always loved his straightforwardness. But there was a time that I started to get concerned and thought he was going woke with some of the shows he was doing. But I think that was more when he was under the Oprah network. So maybe he felt like he couldn't talk as freely and cover things that he really wanted to cover. And now he's got his own
He probably had a contract that
network or
break.
Right. But now he's doing like, I'm watching all his stuff. He's doing some really, really great interviews lately. We'll probably go soon, guys, just because it's 2:30. So it's been like an hour and a half. These always go by so fast for me anyway. Love Lex and James. Me too. They're good kids. Oh, Leslie, I don't know. I wanted to make a scarf with the yarn from sheep. Maybe intertwine some different colors in there, but I'll be honest, I don't know how to make a lot of stuff. I can do blankets and I'm pretty good at learning patterns. So I would like to maybe make some scarves because we all wear scarves. Oh, thank you. She says your hair is so shiny. How do you make it so shiny? Well, it's greasy. So I have really oily hair. And, you know, when you have oily hair, most people tend to wash it more because it's oily, but that's actually the wrong thing because you're just making your hair more oily. So I only wash my hair like twice a week. But I don't know, honestly. Maybe I can attribute it to our clean diet lately. I don't know, but it's straightened right now. So it does look more shiny than it usually looks. Thank you though. Yeah, Dr. Phil was being controlled. That's what I figured. I was so sad. I was like, come on, Dr. Phil. You know, like he came up with the "you teach people how to treat you" slogan, and he was just always so straightforward. And then I saw some videos and I'm like, guess we have to stop watching Dr. Phil now. And then he just and then he did the rally for Trump. And I was like, okay, turned it on. We were watching it. I was super proud of him. Due to my brain injury, I have panic attacks quite often and PTSD on top of that. You have the perfect storm, Joe. Do you suffer from PTSD from your military experience? Ooh, why did I just get emotional reading that?
Sure, I have certain things. That, yeah.
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 Whoa. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Jim, you're making me cry. There are things there. It's hard. And I know a lot of you served and a lot of you have seen so much. And PTSD and panic attacks and that stuff is real. So that's why I'm so passionate about our military members. And when we're seeing them treated the way that they've been being treated, it's uncalled for and it should never be tolerated.
What about Elon?
Yeah, Elon, Jody, he's an interesting character, right? Oh yeah, I love it. I really do. He's interesting to listen to though. Like you can tell that he's just thinking so much stuff as he's talking. Like the dude is just smart, super smart.
He'll be talking and then he'll go down this one and he'll come back to this one and then
yeah,
he's got like all these ideas like he's trying to put out
at
one time.
Everybody's thanking you for your service.
Thank you.
Just reading your messages, guys. We'll probably get going here soon. Yeah, Elon's brain is on another level. That's for sure. Yeah, we have a really big, I mean, my siblings served, me and Joe served, lots of people. we have not sold the old cabin yet, but we are actively negotiating a contract right now on an offer that we just received. So we're hoping it works out. You know, if not, we'll probably winterize it for the winter. Continue leaving it on the market and let people show it. But that way Joe doesn't have to keep going back and forth to charge the batteries and stuff. Cause that's just not realistic to think that he can keep going back and forth. He already has to go and plow. You know, when we get dumps of snow, he's got to go plow so that the realtors can get in there with their buyers to look and stuff. So it's going to be inconvenient for a little while. So it would definitely be amazingly awesome if this contract worked out.
I've only charged the batteries like once since we've left there.
Yeah.
But really nothing's running except the heater. So
yeah, because nobody's living there right now.
I think the main thing is just the plowing the driveway.
Thank you, Shay. I think that's how you say your name. I'll get it. Can I just tell you guys, since we're all here, I am more active on Instagram than I am Facebook. And it used to be the other way around, but it's like I cannot keep up. I just can't, because it's just me and Joe. I can't keep up with all the messages and comments on the different platforms. So, you know, we used to reply to every comment on YouTube, and then it got to a level where we couldn't anymore. So the first day or two that a video goes up, we are really in there trying to reply to people. And then our focus is now going on to the next video. But I'm more active on Instagram. So I have so far, knock on wood, been able to keep up with my DMs on Instagram. I have completely fallen behind on Facebook, and I don't think I'm ever going to get caught up on Facebook messages again. I can't. There's so many, and we're so grateful. And I feel so bad because people have questions. People are asking for recommendations. Like I can't, and I feel horrible.
Yeah. Oh, the mugs. When are they coming?
This month, Mariana. This month. We're getting our first shipment on Monday, and then we have another shipment coming, and then I'll get them posted up on the website, and I'll let you guys know when they're ready. But it should be this month in November. And thank all of you for ordering the calendars. We had such an amazing response to the calendars this year. We had 2 for you guys. And if you didn't get your Home Free Alaska calendar for 2025, you can go down to the video description in any of our videos, and I've got the link there. We've got 2 that you can choose from. Just pictures that I've taken of Alaska, our farm animals, just all kinds of stuff. So I just wanted to thank you guys. I was just really surprised at how many of you got calendars.
What's your Instagram?
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, Jody. I'm so sorry for your loss. Our Instagram is Home Free Alaska. Facebook and Instagram, everything's under Home Free Alaska. So some of you do follow me on Facebook, and it's set up so that if you post on Instagram, you can set it up to where it automatically cross posts to Facebook. So I'll post on Instagram, and it automatically takes care of posting to Facebook for me. Sometimes I'll jump over there and go into the comment section, but it's just hard for me to keep up with all of them. I'm so grateful for you guys, though. So many beautiful comments. Rebecca. Do I want to go into that? I don't know if I want to go into that. She asked when my mom is going to come visit, and my mom will not be coming to visit. So, she's still alive. So it's not, life is life, guys, and relationships are hard. So you guys see me sometimes posting on Instagram and Facebook memes and stuff like that. And it's just, I've come to a place in my life where I've accepted that some of the closest people to me that love me unconditionally and care about me truly and my family and don't just want to tear me down do not have my blood running through their veins. Just put it that way. My family is my close family here, Joe, Parker, Lexi, James. I've never had a close family. We have a very, very large dysfunctional family that's just spread all over the United States. And we've never been that family. We just haven't. There's a lot of dysfunction there. And I've gotten to a point in my life where I've given myself permission to shut the door on certain relationships that were not good for my mental, emotional, and physical well-being. So she will not be coming to visit.
We're going hunting, moose hunting, elk hunting.
You need to go moose hunting this year. Joe Parker wants to go.
Well,
bad.
This year it's already passed.
Well, I mean, 2025 is what I mean. Yeah.
It's only like a month long. And I think what is it, September?
Yeah. We moved in the hunting month for the hunting month.
And we don't have elk. So
yeah, we don't have
deer.
Elk here or deer in our area. Just moose.
Moose, caribou, they say, but I've never seen one down this way.
Yeah. You got to go up a little bit more north, but yeah. Thank you, Stacy. I'm sorry too. It sucks. You have a YouTube family. I know I do. You guys are awesome. Hi, Norma. You might have missed it because we just announced it yesterday. It was last minute. I just have these moments where I'm like, let's just hang out with our friends. And I just plan it and make up the link and then we just pop on. So, but we're going to try to do these more often, guys, because I mean, I know some people are like, oh my gosh, I can't do a live stream for 2 hours. Well, you don't have to. You can always sign off if it's too long. We normally don't do them this long. We try to keep them at an hour, but then we end up talking with you guys and answering questions and it always runs over. And Lexi's my moderator and she's probably like, hello. And our church family. We have a lot. We have met some amazing people in the last, 6 months, Joe, maybe?
Yeah.
That actually introduced us to the church that we're at now. And they're genuinely good friends, like-minded, homeschool parents with homeschool kids. Parker's great friends with them. And it's just a really great group of people. Does Joe have siblings?
Mm-mm.
Yes, you do.
No, I have an older sister.
Okay, Lexi, I see you. She says I'm chilling. Yeah, his sister lives in Arizona. Most of your family lives in Arizona.
Like all of them.
Yeah. Thanks, Patty.
Don't close the live.
Doesn't mean I don't still have love for my family. It's just, especially with the Lyme disease diagnosis and the panic attacks I was having and just like all the stuff physically, it was like when a text message can send you in a spiral, that's not good for me. And it got to that point and I just told Joe, I can't do it anymore. Like it's affecting so much. Like I have to let it go. Boundaries are good and boundaries are okay. Oh, Elaine, I'll be your mama. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Joe, your beard's looking good. Are you going to be making it longer?
Nope.
I think this is an awesome length right here.
Trim it about like that.
Wait, let me see how long it is right now. I mean, I like it like that. You guys remember how long it was when he first retired? It was like, what, down to here? It was super long. I'm good with this. And then when he has like a fresh haircut like this, it's like scruffy, but then like professional businessy up here. It's like a little mix of both. Thanks, Jim. Thanks for joining us. Send you some snow. Yeah, I believe that. When one door closes, another one opens. It's always been the case. Please film more supply runs. Hey, Heather, we just did one. It's coming out this week. It's actually our next video. We did a humongous Costco haul to stock up for the winter. Deidre, excuse me. Is Joe going to be using the sledgehammer anytime soon? We have one up in our bedroom. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Whoa.
I make him pose with it. Just kidding.
Oh, it's going to be the Sawzall, though.
The Sawzall?
Yeah.
No, babe, it's the sledgehammer for me.
Well, no, that's going to be next.
The fireplace?
Sawzall, yeah. Maybe the jigsaw. We'll see.
Yeah, it's hard, Sharon, right? And then you get the guilt of like life is so short. We don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. And I get that. I am known in my family as being the stuck up B. I'll just say that because I know some of you have kids watching.
What's B?
I think I'm better than everybody. I think I'm too good. I think I know everything. I think I'm perfect, which is not the case at all. I just know what I grew up in, and I knew I didn't want my children to grow up in that. So it's like in life, there's two paths you can take. You can either whine and be a victim and be like, well, both my parents were alcoholics, so I guess I'm just going to be one too and be a loser. Or you can be like, no, my life is my life and I can control it and I can be whatever I want to be. And I know what kind of mother I had, and I knew what kind of mother I did not want to be to my children. And so I just chose to be different. And if you choose to be different, you get labeled and you get hate for it. And that's all there is to that. And I just, oh yeah, the tool belt. My wife always wanted the tool belt. Joe's got a tool belt.
I just bought one, yeah.
Where's your tool belt?
It's in the shed. Oh, they said I sat down for 2 hours. It was hard though.
Yeah, see?
I'm fidgety.
You did good though, Joe. You did good. I'm so glad he gets on and does the lives with me now. Yeah, I know he doesn't talk much. Everybody's like, Joe doesn't ever say anything. But you guys that have been here, like, that's just Joe. There are some channels where the guy does most of the talking. He's like the face of the channel. He's the one that does the intros. And then sometimes it's the wife and sometimes it's both. That's just not Joe's cup of tea. You guys see us in the bloopers joking. Joe will never pick up a camera and do an intro for you guys. Ever. That will never happen. It's just not who he is. But he will pick up a camera and film for you guys. He has done amazing at picking up the camera and tripod and like filming himself doing stuff and being like, here, babe, want to see what I got? And he'll have me sit down. And I'm like, sweet, I can work with that. Like, it's this whole segment of you building whatever it is. And I can do that. It's awesome. It helps me out. Jeff, I'm not doing pre-orders just because, to be honest, I don't know how to track that. Like, for me, just being the one that's dealing with all the shipping of the mugs is a lot. We don't have a company that, you guys can order through that handles the shipping and the customer service side of it for us. We're getting these mugs shipped to us, and then we're turning around and shipping them out to you guys. And so I don't really have a way to track pre-orders. So it's just pretty much like first come, first serve. But I will say we'll keep doing it. If you guys like the mugs, we'll keep doing it. It's really fun and they're just beautiful. Yep, love all the Joe clips. Thank you. Thank you. Boundaries are hard. And a lot of people think that, oh, it's family, So because it's family, you've got to be a doormat and you've got to tolerate certain things because it's family. No, that's just not the way that doesn't compute for me at all. So no, there's a lot of people that I don't have a relationship with anymore just because it's just not a safe thing for me.
Did you see old Vicky and Jen on here or not?
I didn't see them again. Did they come back and say whether it was your Aunt Vicky?
I don't know. There's so many comments I can't. It's hard to just see.
George, we do talk about our military experience. We talk about it a lot. Where we were, what we were. We were just talking about what our jobs were in the military. So I don't know. Yeah, we do talk about it.
Where was it?
This one?
I was wondering, why don't you talk out here? Oh. Where were you?
Thank you, Marianne. I love my Christmas tree too. My whole tree, by the way, you'll see in this next video, and I tried to highlight them. It's all decorated by you guys. Like almost all of the ornaments on this tree are gifts from you guys. Dragonflies, butterflies, some ornaments even with like all of our family name on it with Kellen. Like you guys sent us so many beautiful ornaments. That is pretty much what decorated my tree this year. We were stationed in Washington State, Virginia, and Alaska in the military. We did the Army and then we did the Coast Guard. Joe also did National Guard for a little bit. What part of Virginia did you live in? What did you say something?
I was going to say
No.
I didn't get in trouble because I ditched a whole year of National Guard.
Yeah. Well, you have to elaborate. You cannot just leave it like that because then they're going to think you're like a deserter.
I went back. I did desert for a year.
It's a long story. We lived in Suffolk, Virginia, in the Hampton Roads area. I don't know yet, Tracy, if we're going to do the Christmas cards again. What do you think? We'll have to talk about it.
What, Christmas
The
cards?
Christmas card exchange. I don't know.
It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. I know. And we have the mugs that we're doing, like shipping the mugs out to people. And that takes a lot of time. I don't know. But I guess I need to make a decision soon, don't I? Because it's already the middle of November.
And I was a mechanic in the Coast Guard. Debo?
Yes, Dale. Joe will eventually get his workshop. We just moved again. So it's like when you move like that, it like sets everything back and you know, all the projects shift and we had to build a brand new pasture for the livestock and like things get bumped on the priority list. But yes, he will be getting a garage,
We'll
a
see.
shop.
We might move again by then.
What?
We'll see.
He was talking about that. He's like, we're not going to say we're never going to move. Like if we found something that was more of what we wanted or had this or that, I'm like, oh no. Virginia Beach, woo woo. Been there many times. It's a fake tree, a fake Christmas tree. We've had real ones, but the cats tear them up and get needles, you know, pine needles all over the house. And we just find it's easier. I know someone one year was like, you live in Alaska and you've got a fake Christmas tree. Not everybody that lives in Alaska goes out and chops down a pine tree and puts it in their living room. Yes, I have a fake Christmas tree. It's already lit up with lights and it just makes Joe's job easier.
I'll do it. That could be you.
Okay, 907 Pike, Alaska. He says, I'm looking for a wife in Anchor Point and have a farm and I work in the government.
And that's in Alaska.
That's
If
in
you wanna move
Alaska.
to Alaska.
We could be like a dating show.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We can like get people together like The Bachelor.
I'm looking for a wife in Anchor Point. too.
Shut up, Joe. It's just Vicky and Jim from North Carolina. They say,
Oh,
thank you for
okay.
clarifying. Joe has an aunt and an uncle, and their names are Vicky and Jim. So we weren't sure.
But they're from Arizona.
Thanks, Michelle. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys, too. We are, Lexi. We're just a moving family. That's what we do. And it's not that we're not, you know, we've had some people that were like, you should just be happy with what you have. You're greedy, always wanting more, always wanting more. It's not that.
It's just because you've never moved, so you don't get it.
A lot of people that hold themselves back and they're scared to move. You know, they're like, they've been in the same place for years or maybe even their whole life. Well, that's not us. Like we went into the military right out of high school.
That's when you get to clean all your stuff out.
Get rid of clutter, downsize, reevaluate life and what you think is important. Just new things, new adventures, guys. We live once. We literally live once. And like, I don't want to be in my rocking chair at 95 because I plan on still being alive at 95. being like, oh, I wonder if I could have done this, or I wonder if this would have been better. No, I want to be like, I did that. It was horrible. I did that. Loved it. I did that and I sucked at it. I did that and I was the bomb. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to go to the rocking chair wondering. We don't want a bunch of what ifs. Just do it.
Do you have a snow pole to track your snow?
No.
Dance pole, don't we?
No. Stop,
I'm
Joseph.
just kidding.
Oh my gosh. No, we do not have a snow pole, Scott. I'm in the government and I'm here to help.
I get about this much right now.
Oh, my back. Hey, Parker, we tried to help you with the horse. We hear you guys. Trust me. It's there. It's just, it's going to take some time to get there. Oh my gosh, ham slicer. I've been married 29 years, but if a woman in Alaska owns property and has a good job, I might be interested. I don't know why I just gave you a redneck voice, but.
How old is he?
How old is who?
The Anchor Point man.
Wow, Susie. Yeah. Okay. Y'all, I could hook you up. Message me on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Good night, my urban oasis. Thank you for hanging out with us today. I like his resume. I might need to get my divorce papers going. You guys are funny.
Oh, that. He responded.
I have an emu too.
Oh,
Wow.
He must work for that insurance company.
State Farm? No, that's Jake. What? Oh, Liberty.
Yeah.
Liberty, Liberty, Liberty. Yeah. All right. Let's just see if there's any last minute things, and then we'll probably head out, guys. Quick question, spare cabin. Could it be a fort for Parker? Yeah. I mean, we like when he has his friend over, like for sleepovers and stuff, that'd be great. It's just the only thing is it's not continuously heated. There is a heater in there. So we would just have to turn the heater on and warm it up. And right now it's just full of stuff. We've got to go through it. And I really don't know what I'm going to do with it right now. Joe, when are you going to ditch the ODU pants?
Once they're too thrashed to wear.
Why would you ditch them? They're like perfect work pants.
That's why I wear them, so I don't ruin my good stuff.
Joe got jokes. I'm available, Gail says.
Oh, that could be your new podcast thing.
Jennifer, hi guys. I love your new home. Willie's. Oh, hey. Willie Camera Diner.
Oh, Willie.
Hey guys.
Where are you at?
Up. It already went by. Right here, Jennifer.
Huh.
Very cool. We went to high school with Willie. He was one of Joe's best friends.
What's up, girl?
Long time ago. All right. I guess we should probably get going. Vicky and Jim, you can call us your aunt and uncle if you want. All right, deal. Oh, so funny. All right, you guys. I guess we should get going. This is probably the longest live we ever did, but we had no reason for the live. We just wanted to hang out and say hi and just check in with you guys after the big move. We finally have a phenomenal internet signal with Starlink. So we're hoping to be able to do more lives with you guys in the future. And I hope you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving. And we'll see you on the next vlog. It'll be out in the next day or so. And Lexi, thanks for moderating comments. We love you, boo. I could be the best bestie. I try to be a good bestie. All right, guys, be safe. And we'll see you guys very soon. Thanks for hanging out with us. And if you stayed on the whole live, that's awesome. Thank you. We didn't plan on this going so long. So it was fun. All right. We love you.
See ya.
Bye.